the stars, driving down the boulevard at night. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight.
Good morning and welcome back to my channel where I'm on a health journey. Number one, to lose weight before my daughter's wedding in September, and number two, to just be healthier overall. And I started out this channel on the Optavia 5-in-1 plan. And while I did have some great success on Optavia, I decided I wanted to learn how to live my life without prepackaged food. So anyway, I have returned to the Weight Watchers meetings, and I'm also counting calories to compare how 23 points a day plays out in calories. Anyway, today is Tuesday and I'm getting ready to head to work. You saw that I had my coffee with the collagen peptides, and I found that I cannot taste the collagen peptides one bit, and they're really good for you. Obviously, not only do they have 20 grams of collagen, one scoop has 18 grams of protein, and I am trying to focus on getting enough protein in during the day. Now, I'm not really doing low carb, although I am trying to make good choices when it comes to refined grains. So, I'm going to head to work. I'm a little late as usual, and I'm going to bring some Chobani Zero Sugar yogurt. That's the vanilla flavor, which is my favorite. And I also am going to bring a chocolate peanut butter premier protein. This has 2 points, 160 calories, and 30 grams of protein. The Chobani Zero Sugar has 60 calories and 12 grams of protein. All right, I'm gonna head out the door and I will see you when I come home for lunch. All right, so I am home for lunch and I am going to make a club sandwich and have a side of cottage cheese. So I stopped at Walmart yesterday for a quick run. I only got a couple things, but I picked up these brownberry keto sandwich thins, and I'm gonna try those today. They have 100 calories. They have 17 grams of fiber and 12 grams of protein. So if you're looking to add some fiber in your diet, I think this is a good option. And just to show you what else I picked up, I'm gonna try this in the next day or so. I got some Better Goods keto-friendly hamburger buns. And these have 50 calories and 18 grams of fiber and 7 grams of protein. So, and both of these, the sandwich thins and the keto hamburger buns, are 2 points apiece. So what I'm gonna do for my club, I'm going to use 2 ounces of the ham slices that I got at Aldi, and 2 ounces is 1 Weight Watcher point. I'm going to use a little bit of the buffalo style chicken breast, which is 0 points on Weight Watchers. And I'm going to use a slice of reduced fat American cheese, which I believe is 1 point on Weight Watchers. And then I'm going to put some lettuce and tomato on there, and a tablespoon of light mayo. And I will figure out the calories for that and post it. So let me get started with that because I am starving. I haven't had anything since my coffee this morning. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will check back after I eat lunch.
I'm not heading for the the stars, driving down the boulevard at night. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway.
All right, so I just finished my lunch and it hit the spot. It was so good and pretty high in protein. So before I head back to work, I kind of wanted to tell you what's going on today. So I'm going to try a new recipe for dinner tonight, and it's Skinny One-Pot Cheeseburger Pasta Bake. So I will share that recipe in the description box below, and you can see how I make it when I come home from work. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about what's been happening in my life. You've heard me talk about my best friend, Gina, who I go to Weight Watchers meetings with. And here's a cute picture of us from Mike's birthday tiki boat ride. So she was in a play this weekend. She was Agatha Trunchbull from Matilda the musical. And it was so good, and Gina was so fabulous. So I thought I would also share a picture of Gina as Agatha Trunchbull right here. She knocked it out of the park. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Gina. And I also wanted to tell you guys about the dinner that I made last night, because I know some of you find my ideas helpful, and so I wanted to share them. So I went on a very small Aldi run this past weekend, and I purchased the chicken pad thai kit, and here's what that looks like. And I did add to it a little bit. The kit itself comes with rice noodles, and then the sauce also has some little bits of chicken in it. It has 2.5 servings, and each serving is 12 Weight Watcher points and 350 calories. But what I did was I added 8 ounces of ground chicken breast, which I actually ground myself and put in the freezer. I have a grinder, a meat grinder that I bought on Amazon, and I haven't used it in a while, and I've only used it for chicken, but it was only $20-some, and it really does the trick. So the chicken breast was 0 Weight Watcher points. I sauteed that on the pan, and I also added some thinly sliced red pepper strips and carrots. And then after I made the package according to package directions, I added the ground chicken breast and the pepper and carrot. And I mixed it all up with the sauce. It bulked it up. It added some protein, but it didn't add any extra Weight Watcher points. So that pan ended up making a good 4 servings as opposed to 2.5. So I want to say I probably had about 10 points for dinner, and it was so good. And I've been wanting to try a pad thai recipe, but I don't have all the ingredients. So buying the kit was awesome. So anyway, if you like that kind of thing, then I do suggest getting that kit at Aldi. All right, I am going to head back to work, and I have a Premier Protein, or I might still have the yogurt, I don't know, as a snack around 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then when I get home, I'm gonna exercise. I've really been into doing my rebounder lately while I watch something on TV. And it has a lot of health benefits. So that's what I'll do when I get home from work. And then I will put together my dinner, the Skinny One-Pot Cheeseburger Pasta, and show you how I do that. And then I've got some things to do tonight. I am out of Nespresso pods. I washed out all of the used tins already. I did that the other day. And I have to make some. And I've been using the Starbucks Veranda Blonde Roast. That's been my favorite. And I've liked that when I mix my collagen peptides in there. So I'm gonna be making some Nespresso pods tonight. And then tomorrow is dip day. If you watched my other video, I told you that at work they're having this, potluck in the cafeteria, or it's not really a cafeteria, in the lunchroom, and everyone is supposed to bring in a dip. So you guys gave me some great suggestions, but I've been wanting to try a Reuben dip in the crock pot, and I have some rye crackers to go with it, and I'm gonna put that together tonight. And so I'll show you guys how that turns out. All right, I'm gonna head back to work, and I will see you when I get home. All right, so I am home from work and ready to make my dinner. And like I said, I'm making the Skinny one-pot cheeseburger pasta. And what the recipe calls for is a pound of, now it calls for 95% fat-free ground beef. I'm using the 93%. I thawed this out. This is from one of my Aldi grocery hauls from a couple weeks ago. And it calls for 8 ounces of pasta. You can use any kind that you want. I'm gonna use the penne noodles. It calls for 1 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes and 6 ounces of low-fat cheddar cheese and 3 cups of chicken broth. It also calls for smoked paprika, some garlic powder, and basically I'm gonna brown the ground beef. I'm going to stir in the garlic powder and the smoked paprika, and then I add the chicken broth, the tomatoes, and the pasta. Now, it doesn't say whether or not to drain the tomatoes, but since we're using the liquid in the recipe to cook the pasta, I guess I'll just throw the whole can in there. But you let that cook for about 15 minutes on the stovetop, and then when the pasta is ready, you take it off the heat and you add the cheese and let it melt. You then can sprinkle it with scallions. I do not have any, so I will not be doing that, but that is what the recipe calls for. And I'm going to link that recipe in the description box below. So it's a pretty easy meal to make. It should be some comfort food, which will be great. I had kind of a stressful day at work. As you know, I'm a prosecutor for the city that I live in, and I had a preliminary hearing that went late. So anyway, I could use some comfort food. I never did get to have my snack that I usually have at 3:30 or 4 because I was tied up in court. So I am hungry and ready to make this dinner. All right, I'm going to get started. I will turn the camera down so that you can see what I'm doing.
I'm not heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard at night. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Okay, so I just had my dinner and it was so freaking good. But it was super rich and I wasn't even able to eat my entire serving size. So just so you know, that serving has 7 Weight Watcher points and 350 calories for a 1-cup serving. But like I said, it made 6 servings. So I just got off the phone with my daughter Mandy, and she was at the grocery store and she was saying, I don't know what I'm gonna make to eat. And I said, well, would you like some 1 skillet cheeseburger pasta? And so I am gonna run over to Mandy's and drop off the remaining pasta. I did reserve 1 serving to have for lunch tomorrow. So I'm gonna head to Mandy's, maybe play with her dog Captain for a little bit. And then when I come back, I am going to make my Nespresso pods. Like I said, I already washed out the tins the other day. That's actually the hardest part. And then I'm gonna make about 20 Nespresso pods out of the Starbucks Veranda Blonde Roast. So let me head to Mandy's. Maybe I will be able to videotape a little bit, and then I will see you back home to make my Nespresso pods. And then sometime later, I will check back to make my Reuben Dip. So let me get going and I will check back later. All right, so I didn't get any video footage at my daughter's house because I got there, was there for about 5 minutes, went to go play Frisbee with Captain, and he was immediately sprayed in the face by a skunk. Ugh, that's awful. So we tended to him, and now I am heading back home to make my Nespresso pods and my Reuben Dip. All right, I will see you when I get home.
Heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard at night. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I
go. Okay, so I made my Nespresso pods, so I'm all set for, I don't know, a week or two. And now I'm going to tell you how I'm gonna make my slow cooker Reuben Dip. But the more I read, I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow morning to put it all together. So I'm gonna tell you how to do it, and then I will show you the finished product before I publish this video. So anyway, I got the recipe off of All Recipes, and I will link that in the description box below, but it's really simple. I need 1 16-ounce jar of sauerkraut drained, and I have a can of sauerkraut. It's 14.5 ounces, but I think that will be fine. 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese, softened. 2 cups of shredded Swiss cheese. So I just got the 8 ounces of Swiss cheese. I believe this will shred down to 2 cups, and I'm going to use my Pampered Chef cheese shredder. So that's what I'm gonna do for that. And then 2 cups of shredded corned beef. And this is 12 ounces, but that's what I'm gonna use. And then finally, a 1/4 cup of Thousand Island dressing. So basically, you just mix that all together and you put it in a little crock pot on high for 45 minutes. So what I think I'm gonna do is put it all together in the morning and then put it on high, and our dip day doesn't start until 10 a.m. So I'll have plenty of time to heat it up in the crock pot. I will show you the finished product in the morning, but I wanted to let you guys know the recipe. So it's been a long and stressful day, and I have saved enough calories for 2 glasses of Pinot Grigio. Now, I know it's not the healthiest, but between a super busy day at work, a hearing that ran long, and my granddog Captain getting skunked, I am gonna have a glass of wine. So I'm gonna call it a night. If you like this video, please like it below and subscribe to my channel and tick that notification bell so you are alerted every time I upload a new video. I'm going to say goodnight, and I will see you next time.